Our coverage of the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations. We're live from the stadium, and at this time I am privileged to be joined by one of Nigeria's finest experts as far as sports journalism is concerned, one who has made his mark when it comes to covering football events across the world. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the legend himself, Omar Akatuba. Omar, it is a privilege to have you join me on a day as this to look at the Eagles.
It's a pleasure to be with you as well. We have a long history. I learned my trade under your uncle, the late Felix Okugbe, legendary, now resting in the bosom of the Lord. And I'm very excited to be here tonight because the Super Eagles just made us all proud by beating the Desert Foxes of Algeria and booking a place in the semi-final to take on the host nation, Morocco.
Now, let's quickly look at the game in retrospect. You saw how the guys file out. It's more like a transition from what we saw against Mozambique coming into this game, and the guys made it look so easy.
As a matter of fact, they raised the level in this game. Against Mozambique, well, because again, Mozambique are not in the level of Algeria, no disrespect. But against Algeria, they even became much more compact. They became much more aggressive. They became sharper. And of course, they missed one or two chances, but the most important thing is they scored two and they won in convincing fashion. I think that the strength of this team is that they know how to adjust to the opponent, they know how to react to the opponent, and they know how to raise their game when it matters. And that's exactly what my colleague from Ghana said to me when I interviewed him yesterday. He said that the Nigerian team will rise to the occasion because of the quality of players in the team. And that quality we have is showing through right now. And this is what we've always wondered, that we have all these players, but when they come together, they seem to play like they are not the players that we see them do. I mean, they are not the players we see at their clubs in Europe. But now, they are coming into fruition, and that makes us happy. Because you can't have all this quality across Europe and not deliver results. And the result they are delivering now.
Omar, we build up to the big one. Some persons will tell you it is the finale before the finale. Nigeria up against the host. Yes. I remember I've spoken to a couple of locals. They've always supported the Super Eagles from first to this time. Yes. But they said when the Super Eagles finally lock horns against their side, they will definitely pledge their allegiance to the red color.
Of course.
What must Nigeria do? What must the Eagles do to beat the host in the semi-final?
First thing first, go and watch the game between Morocco and Cameroon and do what Cameroon did not do. Be very compact, be very solid together, take chances when they come and create chances, and be ready to face what you call a psychological and mental onslaught from the 12th man, which is the crowd. I was in the stadium in Rabat. The atmosphere is unbelievable. The good thing is that Victor Osimhen, who plays in Turkey for Galatasaray, is used to such atmosphere, because in Galatasaray they deafen you with their voice, and that's what Morocco will try to do. But I think that our players are aware of such situations. They are used to such environments, and I think that they will be able to cope with what they will face in Rabat. I think at the end of the day, it's the better side that will win. It's not the team or the supporters that scream the most, but the team that plays better that will win in Rabat.
Omar, before I sign out with you, your take on the AFCON facilities, what Morocco has been able to put in place, and what we can do these as Nigerians.
Oh, there's a lot we can learn. Organization, building infrastructure, maintaining infrastructure. You see Morocco, you've been around Morocco. I'm sure you are impressed by the level of development and advancement. To hear that Morocco is an African country and to see what is going on here, you begin to ask yourself, is something not right?
Absolutely.
Because as an African, we're not used to this level of development. So we must learn, we have a lot to learn. As a matter of fact, I hear that the USA sent a team to Morocco to understudy what Morocco is doing in terms of security and otherwise. So I think that there's a lot we can learn from them, how to organize tournaments, how to have a visionary set of team of people who can build structure and maintain structure. I think that there's a lot we can learn from Morocco.
Yes, interesting. You heard from the man himself, who says it's better other than Omar Akatuba, one man who has seen it all. He has visited some of the best football stadiums across the world, and he has just said it the way it should be said. We can only say all the best to the Super Eagles. We hope that the guys will rise up to the occasion when they come calling in the semi-finals. My name is Mathew Okugbe, and I still our coverage of the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations.